The Chambers of Xeric, old school RuneScape's first raid challenge, was introduced back in 2017 and brought in items like the Dragon Claws, the Ancestral Robes, and the king of all ranged weapons, the T-Bow. At its time, this was RuneScape's biggest challenge, and it was so well loved that it kicked off all the new raids that we had today. Well, it's 2023 and I still have no idea how to solo this content, something that the high level community has been doing probably since the first month this raid came out. Today, that all changes. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and I'm on a mission to improve my skills at RuneScape while hunting down some of the most expensive items in the game. Following 3 simple rules, I hope to grind my way into greatness. This is Getting Good at RuneScape. Alright, today is the day. I'm going to lock myself into chambers for 2 weeks and give you guys the newbie's perspective on this challenge. Before we jump into things, let's take a look at my collection log. I have 133 KC here, and I found the Ancestral Robe Bottoms and the Arcane Prayer Scroll. Even though I do have this KC, that doesn't mean I know what I'm doing here. Almost all of these raids were done years ago, and the best armor set I could have possibly had was Elite Void, and I was getting carried that entire time. Things have definitely changed since then though. While I do believe that Elite Void is still a great option for those learning COX in general, this is going to be the gear that I'm going to be rocking with for my entire adventure. It's a bit of a mess of items, but this is still one of the better layouts that Sync had in his solo COX guide, which I highly recommend if you're actually going to go solo chambers. To get this gear, I did have to sell my crystal armor set though, and that just really hurt. I never wanted to sell this. I thought it was still one of the coolest items, and yeah, that hurts. But it had to be done. Since I have the Armadyl set with the T-Bow, I don't really ever see myself using crystal ever again. By selling it, I'm able to permanently have the Ancestral Top and the bottoms for any future mage gear, so overall, I think it's going to be worth selling. Now, after selling that gear, I did notice that I had a handful of crystals left over, so I grinded out an extra herb level so I could easily boost up to make Divine Super Combat Potions. That's right, I'm still skilling in between these videos. I still really want to get the max cape one day. After all that was said and done, I did make 4 mil profit, which quickly turned into all the potions I'm going to be burning through while trying to learn this raid. So let's talk about COX and its super simple breakdown for those following along with me on my skill grinding journey. I do want to say though, if you can, don't solo this. There's no need to. Even if you have the stats, just bring friends along. It's way more enjoyable. But I'm doing this solo for 2 reasons. One, it makes for great content just watching me suffer learning something new. And per my rules, I want to solo all content first with a solo challenge attached to it before I unlock that content to do with other people. For this raid in particular, I want to get a sub 30-minute run without dying, and I want to get the perfect Olm solo achievement, which is to kill the Great Olm in a solo raid without taking damage from any of his portals, firewall, healing pool, crystal bombs, crystal burst, or prayer orbs, while also not regenerating his melee hand or take damage from the same acid pool back to back. Yeah, that one's gonna be a challenge. With that said, COX can easily be broken down into 3 parts: scouting, the raid itself, and the final challenge. I'm not going to dive super deep into this mainly because I want to keep the video short, and this content's over 6 years old. Almost everyone here has done COX at some point or just knows what's going on. But for my quick takes on everything, I hate scouting. On average, it took 5 to 10 minutes for me to find a raid that I wanted to do, and sometimes it took way longer than that, which is just super annoying. I follow the rule of no Vs, which means Vanguards, Vasa, and Vespula are completely off my table. If I found a raid with one of them, I just left because I'm not going to deal with them, which was the main problem with scouting, as I feel like they're in every raid. All the other rooms are completely fine to deal with. Most of these rooms are simply done just by hitting the boss and running away. Shamans, Ice Demon, Guardian, Tecton, all of these are done just by hitting the boss and running. You can get technical here, like running Tecton a certain way makes it so you don't take any damage, trapping Shamans to avoid all damage. Overall, these rooms are pretty easy to get the hang of, even with the more complicated strategies. After doing the raid itself, I always did a prep. I usually took on raids that had Muta or Tightrope in it, and those can definitely drain your supplies, even if you're praying correctly. So majority of the time when I got to Ulm, I was running on fumes to say the least, and that means prep took quite a bit of time. In other raids, supplies are given to you at certain points throughout the raid, which makes this prep phase way quicker. In COX, you have a farming and herb requirement to make the stronger potions, which isn't a big deal for me since I do have the levels to make everything, but it does make the raid last longer. I think the worst part about this was killing the scavengers for the secondaries. During this video, I killed over 400 scavengers, and I swear they were out to get me. Majority of the time, I would get one of the secondaries I needed within 2 or 3 kills, but the other secondaries would take easily another 10 kills to get. The real fun of this raid is Ulm. During this grind, I learned the 4 to 0 method for the mage hand and eventually learned the 4 to 1 method for the melee hand. The only really annoying part of Ulm is the poison trail, which sucks to deal with, mainly because I'm bad at this game and I don't know how to poison walk. But the hardest part of Ulm is getting into the 4-to-1 cycle, but there's 2 tricks that I learned when I spent way too many hours watching guides on Ulm. When you do the first cycle of the 4-to-1 method, you can fix that cycle if you're not already in it by watching what Ulm attacks you with. So when you do the 4-to-1 cycle, you hit the boss once here, again here, and a 3rd time here, and you tank your 1 hit in the 4-to-1 method. If Ulm hits you again with a normal attack, then all you have to do to fix the cycle is to do a 3-to-1 method and then jump right back into the 4-to-1 method, and that fixes it. If Ulm uses a special attack like lightning or the crystal in the ground, you just hit the boss hand 3 times with a 4-tick weapon and then start the 4-to-1 cycle over again, and that corrects the timing. If he hits you with the teleport or acid, flame, or pretty much anything else, you just kind of have to deal with it and then just hope you get lucky in your next cycle attempt. So let's look at all the highlights of my adventure, which mainly just turned into me getting a bunch of random combat achievements done. During my first 10 raids, I was able to get the Cryo No More achievement, which is to kill the Ice Demon without taking any damage. The Muta Diet achievement, which is to kill the Muta without letting her or the baby recover any hit points from the meat tree. Dancing with Statues achievement, which is to kill the Guardians without taking any damage from the falling rocks. Chasing Specialist, which is to kill the Shamans without taking any damage. And Playing with Lasers achievement, which is to clear the Crystal Crab room without wasting an orb after the first crystal has been activated. On the 10th raid, I was able to get the Undying Team and the Undying Raider achievement. Yes! Yes, that's the first Undying one. Yes! Woo! Alright, Undying Raid Team. 4 points and then Undying Raider. Yes! Oh, I can finally do it. Alright. Nothing really happened until I got to raid 27 of this video, which is getting the Chambers of Xeric Grandmaster, which is just 150 completed raids. During all of this, I did every clue that I would receive, do daily farm runs, even taking on Hesperia again for the first time in years, getting the Weed Whacker achievement and the Hesperia Adept achievement. I even got a little farming level. A few more raids go by and I got the Blind Spot achievement and then completely missed the recording of a not so special lizard achievement. I know, I'm a professional here. But on raid 35, oh please die, come on. Yes, I think this is it. Yes! 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 Alright, I can't believe I got that done in 35 kills. Yes! Yes! So there's perfect all done, and man am I glad I took this off the challenge list just really early into this. Now all I have to do is get that 30-minute time, which I haven't even done yet, but oh, I'm just glad to get this hard part out of the way. Yes! Now the 30-minute run was not fun, mainly just because I needed to find a raid that was quicker, so I was trying to find raids that didn't have thieving or ice demon in it, and you know, I also had to not die, which I was slowly becoming better at, but in the end, I was able to get a sub 30 time, and then I just kept grinding to hopefully find a purple. And there's Casey number 50. And another white light. I hate this raid. Now, 50 raids was all I was able to do in the last few weeks, and I never saw a purple. The good news is I did get a good amount of elite clues, and I did turn one of them into a master just trying to get my first mimic encounter, and Sherlock and Fallow were definitely out to get me. First, I had to go get a crafting level to make the light orb, and then I had to make an infernal axe. What is this? This rock is 8 mil? But it was worth it in the end, as I did get my first mimic, which was fun thanks to the T-bow, and I did get a little bonus of 25 extra wines of Zamorak for a total of 506k, so not too bad. After that, I did go back to the bank to open up the last of the elite clue caskets that I gathered. Okay, let's see what else we get. Ooh, what do we got here? A Fury Ornament Kit? Nice! Alright. Oh, we got another Mimic. All right, cool. Let's go get that done. And... Ooh, Rain Weeds would have gave me. Okay. Nice. Alright, this is as good a spot as any. Let's keep it going. Ooh, a master. Alright, we'll do that after these. Not getting any better, are we? Oh. This is glorious. Give me these. Yes. Yes. Go get this master done. 200k. That's gross. And there you have it. 2 weeks spent at the Chambers learning solos. I really wish I was able to pull a unique here, but it is what it is. I am glad that this content is unlocked for me to do with groups now, and honestly, I did not find this challenge fun to do solo, and I feel like most people would probably agree with that. These challenges are designed to be run with friends, and that just sounds like a lot more fun, so I'm excited to do that again in the future. As a quick recap, I was able to do 50 raids, averaging anywhere between 29,000 to 32,000 points, as I never did any boosting, and here's the total loot that I got from the adventure. So you can expect to see around 15 mil in that time just from the base drops, and a good amount of elites as well. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and a subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel up more. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much again. I hope you're having a great day and stay inspired. See you in the next video.